Okay, I have a few things to talk about today. Not really, but still. Okay. Fear, reality. Reality and fear. Fear is reality, but reality isn't fear. Agony. Agony is necessary. Pain is necessary. To be okay, you have to have hurt. To have good, you have to have bad. So we're gonna go into like a yin-yang thing here. Kinda cool. Okay. Fear is something that everyone deals with, no matter what. Because from the moment you're born till the day you die, something will scare you. You will be startled. There will be things that you're afraid of, whether you're afraid of the dark or oblivion. There's something that everyone's afraid of. And I don't really know what that thing for you is, but learning to control it is the key to your reality. Because when you're in reality, you're in fear. But when you're in fear, you're not in reality. You have to find how to deal with it. Kinda, not really. Because you don't deal with pain. You don't deal with fear. You handle it. So when you're in reality, there's fear. Because if you're not living in a pretend world, which a lot of us are, you realize that things are going to scare you, and that's okay. But when you're in fear, you're not thinking of reality. And you're not thinking of this is going to be okay. No matter what, I'm going to make it out of this. Because when you're in fear, you aren't clearly thinking. You aren't you. Which isn't a good thing. Because the world needs you. Your specific talents and your everything. That's what your purpose in the world is to be that. Whether you're supposed to be a firefighter, a cop, or a child service worker. No matter what you are, you're important. Because how could a doctor get a job if somebody hadn't done his hair for an interview? There's a balance in everything. And you have to realize that it's gonna be okay, and once you make it out of fear, you can be in a reality where fear is a real thing, but it's not a consuming thing. It doesn't engulf you, if you let it engulf you. That is when fear becomes your reality, when really reality just needs to have fear in it. Fear also keeps you kind of mellowed out, because then you realize that you have to slow down before conquering the world. You can't just jump out there. As much as I'd like to say that you can, if you just did, you'd get trampled. And I think at some point everyone realizes that it's not just something we can jump into, and we can't all be Superman. I wish we could, but that's impossible because no one person can fix the world's problems. We're all heroes, to some extent, because you can't save the world. But you can try your hardest to touch every possible soul you can. I got on the statistics for my videos the other day, and people in like Germany and like Poland, Puerto Rico, United Kingdom, United States, like all kind of places have watched my videos. And I think that's really cool, because that means even if I didn't help them in any way, I'm like able to help people in so many places that I can't physically be. And my goal is to help everyone, whether you're in Germany or whether you're in Georgia. I mean, everybody deserves a happy everything. But we can't have a happy everything. Because if we had a happy everything, we would have a happy nothing. Which brings me to agony being the balance in things. If you never hurt, how can you know to feel good? If tomorrow you woke up and you were in your dream job, you had your dream car, your dream house, your dream partner, and everything was like what you're working to achieve, it wouldn't really be that wonderful because it's just handed to you. Whereas if you work your butt off through high school and you study and study and study to make final exams, and then you make it through college and you work hard at applications and you get an acceptance letter, and then you go and kick butt at an interview, and then you make it and you walk in the doors of the job you worked years for. That is when it's amazing. Not if you just wake up with it. Because when you felt the pain of staying up late before tests and then taking them running on energy drinks, that's tough. That's like really tough. And everything in between, because at some point we're all just done. Like, I can't do this. I can't accomplish this. It's too much. Expectations are too high. I can't. We've all said that at some point, and if we haven't yet, you will. But do you realize that you can? And then when you do, and you walk in to the thing you've worked so hard to achieve, it's gonna be spectacular. And that's exciting because you worked for it, you earned it. So without the agony of making it there, it would be nothing. Because if you're just put on the top of a mountain, it doesn't seem so high or amazing to be that tall. But if you're bloody and cut up and bruised and scarred from the treacherous climb up a mountain, standing on top of it is so much more rewarding. So if you don't give up now, and you keep pushing through the agony that is high school and college and that first job and all of that, you can make it to what you want. Some people have it easier than others. Some people are just naturally smart. My little sister, her lowest grade is a 96, and here we are with 3 weeks left of the school year. She's maintained that. I mean, I'm going for an alphabet here, like, you know. But that's handed to her. She doesn't have to work as hard. But I do. But we can achieve the same things. Because she's going to have to work harder at some things. This is an example, not to be pointing my little sister out, but she's fantastic actually. She takes things harder, and that makes a lot more difficult, because if someone says one thing, it bogs her down, and then she's just consumed in it. And then she worries about it, and then it stresses her out, and then she gets anxiety. And it's just a downhill thing. And then it takes her a week to get back into a schedule, because once she gets stressed out, And she starts freaking out. Then she's like, oh my gosh, I have tests. And then she's got to study. And then there's books. And oh my gosh. Kind of just freaks her out. And she has to slow down, calm herself down. And that's a process. That's just how she is. But with me, I don't care as much. And if I do, it's just in the back of my head somewhere. Every insult, like, has its little compartment. And that's where it stays, and it doesn't consume me. So for me, it's easier to get through the social aspect of things, even if I struggle academically. With her, social is a difficulty, and academic isn't. So we all have equal struggles and agony, just in different places. Some things are natural to people, some people have to work at things. But that's just another thing that divides us up into who can do what. So, don't make fear your reality, make reality have fear in it. Fear is necessary, even though it kind of sucks. Don't give it the control to just completely engulf you. You're the one that has final say in everything in your life. Exceptions. Agony is needed, because if you're just sat on top of a mountain, where'd all the stories go of climbing it? You can achieve everything you want, because you're fantastic. Okay? Okay. That's the second reference to The Fault in Our Stars I've made in this video, just so everybody knows. Okay, I love you guys. I really do, and I am always here for every single individual watching this right now. So keep your beautiful minds in a better place.